Before kings went to war, before emperors rose fell, and before fishermen went out to catch, they on make one stop, a mountain temple, and a woman who claimed to speak for the god. She was the oracle of Delhi, um, the most important and most remembered fortune teller of the classical world. We are on head of oracle, but her existence is so in my story who were the women who fill this role is exactly and what kinds of information that did they give and why did assign assign people from simple farmers up to emperors trust her fortune so much? Well, this video will answer those very questions. So if you are interested, come along and let's learn about the oracle of Delhi. This video is to you by my Patreon. If you want to spark, head over to my Patreon, where you can get on of my video a couple days early at 3 if you group the early countries of the Duchess ties. You will also be read at uh, at the end of on my video, so please if you have the desire and ability to spark me, please consider heading out to Patreon.com or click the link in the description or pinned comment. Thanks, but now part to the video. Divination was an important part of Greek life and Greek religion. Fortune tellers would read all sorts of signs, from nature events to human action, and interpret them in relation to a particular question. Just about everything could direct the flight of birds, fire, result on water, atmospheric phenomena, the stars, random mist, dark, and more, but no divinatory practice was as respect as an oracle where people usually temple bright priestesses who acted as mouthpieces for the god. The most famous and most trusted oracle was the Fatia at Delphi. The oracle was at war conservative by the 8th century BC, but may have been making fortunes and far back as the 13th century BC during Renaissance period. The oracle was known as the Pythia, a name we will explain in a bit, and she was the head priestess of the temple Apollo in Delhi. Delhi was an interesting place. It wasn't a city-state precisely in the way Athens, Sparta, or Corinth were. Instead, it was an independent town, and its religious importance was key to keep that independence, and Delhi was protected by a council called the Delphic um, Infusion, which had re- representative from multiple powerful city-state to make sure Delhi was not attacked for or invaded. Delhi have an mythological importance in ancient religion. It was counted the center on the map of the world. Multiplies access to this. In one story, Zeus, king of the god, want to mark the center of the world. Um, of the world, he went to England flying from opposite of the earth, so they would meet in the middle. They met at Delhi. Zeus then till Tower Stone, connected the Apollo to mark the spot. That stone was displayed in the temple of Apollo and still exists today. Another might explain Apollo's asso- association association with the plane. Apollo was the god of victory, music, artillery, and most important for our purposes. Uh, prophecy. He wanted to find a place to set up his temple and his oracle. Uh, oracle. Being a god of beautiful things, the choice the most uh, a beautiful spot in Rishi which he decided was Delhi. Unfortunately, a hotel named Python lived in the valley, so Apollo slew the beast with an arrow and arrayed his centaur the spot. We know little about the individual human who served as the Python bride or how they were chosen. Uh, Putin, a Greek philosopher and historian who lived in the 1st century AD, was a pest of Apollo who served the temple at Delhi. He explained that the oracle was chosen from a respectable Delhi family town, um, necessar- ne- necessarily a noble family as the Fatih at at first time the rise peasant